evening and welcome to the Board of Selectmen's meeting on January 21st, 2025. The time is 6 p.m. and will you please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Citizens input. We got any citizens up on there? No?
No citizens.
Mike, do you have to say anything? No, zero. All right. We'll jump right into it to the police department monthly update.
Thank you for having me here. So we're going to start out with the pay matrix. You want to go over that? Are we going to start with that?
Sure.
You guys have a
However
copy
you
of it?
wanna roll.
Okay.
However you want to roll.
So Chief Kane and I have developed a pay matrix. We basically haven't had one, and we didn't follow a guideline like we've developed here. So if you can see, we have all the positions and all the starting rates of pay. And the first column is 2024. That's what everybody was starting at. And we developed steps. So the first step would be 2025 in the column where it says number 1. And you can see that that is calculated with a 4% raise, a proposed 4% raise in 2025. And the only position that was added was a corporal position, which we don't currently have. And that's something that we're probably going to look into in the coming year. And then every year after, it's a guideline that would be a 2.5% raise every year after that first year. So it kind of gives us a guideline for budgeting and for the next 10 years, basically. So it's just a guideline at a 2.5% raise. It could be adjusted once, if we have a good year, it could be more than that. Once that's plugged in, the matrix changes. Same thing with if it's a bad year and it's not at 2.5%. Once you plug that rate in, it'll change for the next 10 years. So basically, it's just a guideline that'll allow us to budget properly that we never had before.
So are these all base rates on the first one? I guess I'm asking, if you were to hire a patrol officer today,
Yes.
is that the base rate of pay or no?
Yes,
Okay,
that's correct.
that's what I was wondering.
Yes. And that first step would be 2025.
Okay,
And then it allows us to, if we hire a officer from, say for instance, a certified officer, they can come in and they can be anywhere in this matrix. If we want to try and get somebody that's certified with experience, we can plug them in at step 3.
sure.
If it allows us to be able to get somebody qualified instead of starting out with a brand new officer.
Okay. Good. Looks good.
All right.
Good job.
Just one other thing too, we've implemented a night differential, and it's within the hours of 2300 to 7 o'clock. So anybody that works the midnight shift will just get $1 more an hour. And it's basically $80 per pay period, which is $2,080 a year. So it's not significant, but it at least gives the midnight shift a little something extra.
Yeah,
It's a
definitely.
tough shift.
There are people fighting for that position, or?
What was that?
There are people fighting for that position?
No, there's not.
I know.
Okay. So as far as the monthly stuff, it's been a whirlwind since I took over as chief. So I'm definitely getting on the job training from Chief Kane. The 25 budget is complete and submitted. I've held a department meeting with everybody, letting them know what my goals were, short-term and long-term. We've rescinded the policy on take-home vehicles, so that's been a big change. We've instituted an evaluation process that we never really had before, so everybody knows what's expected of them. We've been reviewing our job descriptions and how they apply to the employees. Hired a new part-time officer, Dave Yulee, that was sworn in today. And he's attending the part-time academy starting January 25th. So our new officers started their 12-hour shifts, which this was just instituted in January. It ends up giving us an overlap of about 6 hours a night where we'll have 2 officers. So it's definitely the most efficient schedule we've had. We did it years and years ago. We've gone back to it. It's the safest for our officers because we have a 3 to 3 car and then a 7 to 7. And for those 6 hours that are the most important, from 7 to 3 in the morning, we have 2 officers on. And you know, we're pleased with the way it's working out. The guys love the shift. It gives them more time with their families, and then when they're here, they're working, they're more efficient. So Officer Flynn was made our ACO, an Animal Control Officer. She's done all her training. As a matter of fact, she's probably the only ACO that has a certification that we've had in years. And she's also a trained part-time police officer, so it brings professionalism to the position. So we're working on updating a lot of our patrol equipment. We just bought a new LiDAR radar unit, which is state-of-the-art. Everybody's in the process of getting trained on that. Katrina and I have attended state accreditation training, and we're gonna start implementing, trying to get accredited, which is a step in the right direction.
Definitely.
So I've joined a bunch of professional law enforcement organizations, the Rockingham County Chiefs Association, the New Hampshire Chiefs of Police Association, and the International, which is a great way of networking, and just the International has the greatest training out of all the different organizations. And I just set up a training for Newton residents. It's for the elderly, and it's going to be on February 7th at Sergeant Woods. There's flyers out. It's online right now. We're going to try and get as many people as we can to that. And it's on like scams. There's been a lot of scams with the elderly where they're, you know, using anything from internet bank scams and you know, saying there's warrants for their arrest and they need to send money. It's been,
Their son's in jail.
yes,
Yeah.
there's so many of them.
Yep.
So I think that's gonna be very successful, and I've talked to a lot of people about it. Keeping up with the training, I've set up a training at the Country Pond Fishing Game Club. It's a street crime training. We're gonna host it. It's called Pat McCarthy's Street Crimes, and it's a very intensive 3-day training for all the officers, and we're gonna open it up to other agencies in the area. So I took it about 10 years ago, and it's a phenomenal training. So something new that I just found out, that in February the 18th, we're gonna get audited by the Police Standards and Training Council. So they're gonna be reviewing all our documents, all our training records.
Were you like, I just took the job?
Yes. So they're going back for the last 5 years, and I think we're in pretty good shape, but, you know, it's gonna be good for me.
I agree, it will be
yes.
good for you. And,
Yes.
you know, just, yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stuff. that you're gonna be
Yes.
like, why is this? You're gonna go, I
Yeah,
have
so,
no idea.
yes, so we're starting, we've already started working on it. There's gonna be a lot of work within the next couple of weeks
Yeah,
to get ready for it.
Sounds like it.
And that's about it. That's what we have going on this month. Any
Chief,
questions?
did you, so is Officer Flynn officially the ACO? Like, is it all,
Yes.
so
She,
could you do something on like Facebook or your page or something like
Yes,
that?
I can
Just to
do that.
say,
Absolutely.
you know, this is our ACO officer and this is our in-house ACO
Yes.
officer, that type of thing, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Just because I think it would be good, with a number for the people to call, because it's constant, you see it all the time.
Yep.
It's like, there's this,
Well,
So-
maybe Robin can put it out on the.
Yep, we can do that.
Yeah, Robin could do an email blast, like whatever, I just wanna put it out there that we now have an ACO officer here in Newton.
Absolutely,
You
I
know,
can do
I
that.
just think it'll be good. I don't have any other questions, you guys good?
Yeah, no, I'm good.
All right,
I wanted to
Good
just
job.
say thank you and keep up the good work.
great, thank you.
Yeah, okay, thank you, chief.
All right. Oh, yeah, Trish.
Yes. Yeah, I can post that too.
Okay.
Trish? Are you good? Are you really? I knew you weren't. I knew you weren't. See, when Mike says he's good, I know he's good.
Actually, that was a great report, and I'll take that flyer too, so I can invite Packer Meadows. I do have 11 residents there without cars, so I'll see if I can arrange transportation. I'll be in St. John's, so I can't come. EMD and EOC, obviously with all the weather, I inundated all of you with emails with my updates. I did on Saturday and Sunday some well-being checks, especially the people that I know that don't have vehicles in case there's last-minute stuff. But we basically had a pretty good, kind of quiet, no power failures, no catastrophes, and that's about it. I've got a couple of grants, actually, I've got to respond, you probably got an email. The brick grant, I've got to have that finished up, the letter of intent, but Mike and I will work on that, and I think that's going to be by February 14th. But other than that, we're in good shape with our grants,
Awesome,
okay?
fantastic.
Nice,
Thank you, Trish.
Timber tax cut, lot 9, map 9, lot 6,
Block 6, not lot.
block 6.
Lot 6.
Somebody else make the motion, I was just trying to describe it.
Move to authorize to collect the timber tax yield levy in the amount of $321.28 for tax map 9-6-16, 26 Gale Village Road.
Second.
Motion made by Joe S., seconded by Joe A. All those in favor?
Aye.
That is unanimous.
Mike.
Next up,
Mike.
what?
Mike, roll call.
Oh, Mike? Yes?
Yes,
All right.
Thank you, Robin.
Good call. I forgot Mike was there. He's so quiet. Next up, we are gonna try to close a citizens account that has a whole $2 in there. So with that being said,
Move to authorize the town treasurer to close the Newton Fire and Rescue Station account ending in 130-6 held at Citizens Bank, and to take the account balance of $2 plus any interest earned and deposited into the general fund.
Second.
motion made by Joe S., seconded by Joe A. Bob?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Mike?
He said it. It's just soft.
Okay. And I'm an aye. That's unanimous.
Steve, what did you say, Mike, soft?
His voice is soft.
All right, just checking on you.
You going to manifest?
Yes, I think. Do we have anything else?
No.
I don't think I have anything else. Bob, any news from the planning board?
No, nothing new. Everything's still quid pro quo to what's been going on. I did talk to, I will say this, that, per our last meeting, that it was brought up about the first warrant article from the planning board not being all that,
Descriptive.
specific in nature to where the people might question what's going on about that zoning ordinance that Diane had brought up, which right now I'm gonna publicly apologize to Diane Moran because I know that my behavior and my attitude towards her that evening was what it shouldn't have been. especially as an elected official, never mind just as a human being talking to another human being. So I took her thing and I talked to Dennis Moran about it to see if he could come up with another line to make it more understandable for the regular public to understand what was actually taking place. I haven't heard back from Dennis. I will touch base with him.
So
just to
on
check.
that note, I did reach out to Jen Rowden about those zoning articles. And she had a series of edits that she had done, and I forwarded them to Dennis and told him that we need to have this meeting so you guys can all make those edits
Right.
that Jen's suggesting, because I told her what we went through, you know, that it wasn't very clear and stuff, and she did agree that they weren't clear. So I'll actually forward it to you, Bob, so you can,
Okay.
actually, I'll forward it to the whole board, but, so you guys can all see it, but
Yeah,
I did reach out to her, so, and I did send it to Dennis, but he's probably been busy, so I'm not
oh
gonna.
yeah, he's been straight out,
Yeah,
he said,
so,
so I figured that was the case.
But I will forward it to the whole board, now that I'm just thinking about it.
All right, very good, thank you.
Joe, you got anything?
I'm all set?
Joe, you got anything?
I do, but I don't have it with me, but I do,
okay.
at the rec,
We'll wing it.
at the rec meeting, we changed the town ordinance for the recs and parks. So in the town ordinance, we have like Greenie Park, the beach, different things listed. We added some lines to it, to reflect the, field use agreement that we put in.
Oh, okay, good.
But it needs to be signed by selectmen and then signed by Mary Jo to be put back on the website. So I have it at the house. I have to print it and, well, I'll get it to Robin.
Yeah,
And
get
then
it to
we'll-
Robin, so
we'll
she
put it
can
that way.
spread that out.
So it's been approved by rec, it just needs to be approved by us and put on the website.
Perfect. Yeah, just get it to Robin, and we'll put it on the next agenda. All right, next up, we'll do manifests.
Okay. I move to approve the payroll manifest in the amount of $86,372.82 for pay period December 29th to January 11th, 2025, with a pay date of January 16th, 2025. Payroll includes $0 in opera costs.
Second?
Motion made by Joe A, seconded by Joe S. Mike?
He may have stepped away.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
That's unanimous.
I move to approve vendor manifest in the amount of $21,997.08 with a payment date of January 16th, 2025. Payment includes $2,430.92 to Constellation for the town-wide energy services and $3,500 to Ridge Runner, AKA Irving Rely, for town-wide monthly cleaning services.
Second?
Motion made by Joe A, seconded by Joe S. All those in favor?
Aye.
That's unanimous. Mike Connolly has signed off, just so everybody knows that.
I move to approve the withdrawal in the amount of $272.00 from the Uniform Fire Watch account with the pay date of January 16th, 2025. Payment is to East Coast Emergency Outfitter for uniforms with a pay date of January 16th, 2025.
Second?
Motion made by Joe, seconded by Joe. All those in favor?
Aye.
That's unanimous.
Action.
Is that it?
That's
We
it.
got minutes? Okay.
No minutes.
All right. Deliberative is on February 1st at 8 a.m. here in the town hall. I'd like all the people that want to show up should show up. And the snow date is February 8th at the same time. We're currently working all the bugs out of the warrants to get them posted. I mean, they're posted now, but they're still in draft form. And yeah, that's where we're at right now. We should be good to go. All right, with that being said, I'll actually, no, we're going into non-public. Go ahead.
I move to
Tricia
go
wants
into
to.
Oh, Tricia's got one more thing.
You had your turn.
Mike's giving you a shock look.
I know. So this is actually the Park and Recreation ordinance that you're working on. There's a section in there that's conservation. Before you finalize it, could you send it to us? We had asked for an edit a while back, because there's something in there to do with conservation that's incorrect. I'd love to fix it
Okay.
before you authorize and sign it.
Sure.
Thanks.
Absolutely. All right, now with that,
With that said, I move to go into non-public session under RSA 91-A:311A compensation.
Second.
motion made by Joe, seconded by Joe. Bob?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
Joe?
Aye.
And I'm an aye, that's unanimous.
Recording stopped.
Trish, do you want me to send it to Robin to send to you, or you just want me to send it to you?
That's fine.
I can do